So, ladies and gentlemen, I have changed my life in immeasurable ways. I've gone from being broke at like the age of 23 to making my first $1 million online in sales at the age of like 27. I'm now past way past just like $1.2 million just on Stripe alone, not even including PayPal or any sort of bank transfers, crypto payments or anything like that. And I'm here to tell you that I have changed my life in so many ways that it's kind of impossible to get through on this camera. I know that I don't really take the camera around and go on these fancy trips or these fancy holidays or buy fancy stuff, but I'm here to tell you that I really don't need to worry about making money or even earning another penny for a very, very long time. Now, I'm not saying that to be pretentious. I'm saying that as somebody that was literally in your situation. There were times where I would worry about what I'm gonna do with my life. There were times where I was just playing video games and just like pissing away my life, basically, as we say over here in the UK. There were times where I would argue with my parents and it got very toxic. I had to run away from home. So I'm here to tell you, I've been in your situation. I've been in those places where I can't even afford a haircut. I need a haircut right now. Where I can't even afford a haircut, or I'll go into a store and just things that I just cannot buy. It's just out of my reach. There are times where I can actually remember living off of Coca. If you don't know what the brand Coca is a brand of ramen noodles. I love the stir fry one. I've actually got a packet of them still in this drawer for reminiscence sakes, where I literally would just eat ramen noodles. And I literally lost weight over being broke, running away from home, not having no money. So when I say what I'm about to tell you in this video is extremely powerful, I'm genuinely gonna break this down and help you change your lives. Because again, my nefarious goal with this channel, and it's not nefarious, I jokingly say it's nefarious, and people miss the joke, by the way, which is crazy. My whole aim for this channel is to genuinely just get you the right information at the right time so you can go away and implement that, actually use it, and be like, you know what? Montel's strategies actually worked, to the point where I'm wondering what his paid products are like. I wonder what it's like to work with Montel. Then eventually I earn your business over time. That's what this channel is all about. And guess what? That's how you earn business. You earn business over time. So how would I go about getting to 10 grand a month, starting again all the way from scratch? Number one, let's break this down. I would probably take my knowledge and package that into a digital product or a done for you digital product. Let me explain what a done for you digital product is, because that kind of sounds weird. How can a digital product be done for you? Let me give you an example. Let's say you are a copywriter. You know how to write copy, you know how to create landing pages. Well, how can you turn that into a money-making skill? There's a couple of ways you can do that. And here's the problem with a lot of people. They only think of one way of turning their own skills into making money. And I call this thinking one-dimensionally. Let me explain. If you're a copywriter or you know how to write good copy, the first thing you're probably going to think of when it comes to making money with copywriting is, oh, I'm gonna go and do copywriting for clients and get paid on a monthly basis or a weekly basis or whatever your retainer sort of basis is. AKA, you're going to do client work for a client. You're gonna go out there, get clients, do their copywriting for them. You're gonna maybe write their emails for them. You're gonna maybe write their landing pages and create their landing pages for them. Maybe you help them script YouTube videos. That's all copywriting, by the way. The problem with that, and by the way, there's not really too much of a problem with that until you start realizing that it's extremely saturated, because that's how everybody thinks. What I'm trying to hint at here is people are thinking so one-dimensionally, they don't even think outside of the box. If I was extremely good at copywriting, I mean, I'm decent, not the best in the world, but let's say I was extremely good at copywriting, right? Or even just decent at copywriting, better than the average dude at copywriting. I personally wouldn't just jump into a red ocean and then compete with all of you guys that are trying to get copywriting clients. I'd be one step above you. And here's what I mean by that, not above you in a pretentious way, but one step removed from you. That's a good word. One step removed from you. Here's how I would do it. I'd start thinking outside the box. I would take my copywriting skills, right? And I would go and create done for you email templates. Let's say I sit down one day and I create 20 email templates, 30 email templates, 40 email templates, until eventually I've got maybe 52 email templates that a person like me or another information person online, one of those gurus online or the YouTubers online, or people that sell some sort of info product or coaching online, people that have some sort of funnel basically. I could then go and sell my digital product, which would be a template of 52 emails, one email per week, as a templated package deal for like $197. And I'm telling you, if you came to me with an offer like that, I'm buying it straight away. You telling me you've got a list of 52 already pre-written emails that I can literally just put into ChatGPT, give ChatGPT some context on my situation, my testimonials, my case studies, and it will write me 52 weeks worth of emails only for $197. I'd buy that all day, every day. And here's the craziest thing. You would only, as you doing this, you would only need to create the product one time and sell it maybe 2 times a day, and you've got a 10K per month business. That's literally $200 times 2 is $400. To get to 10 grand a month, you only need to sell, or should I say make, around $333 per day. 2 sales per day. That's all you would need. Each day has about 30 days in it, 30.4 days, I believe the actual number is, the actual accurate number is. So you need 2 sales per day. It's actually less than 2 sales per day to get to a 10K per month business selling a copywriting template done for you. That's the example I want to give you. Done for you templates, 52 weeks of emails to a info product person online or info product people online. This could even acquire, even people that just want to learn copywriting would buy these templates. So you could kind of cater to both markets. People that are already in business, so that would be like a B2B, you know, selling something like this to somebody like Alex Hormozi, Imagaji, those people that have like big funnels online, they'd love to buy stuff like that. As well as, well, they probably have copywriters for that, to be honest with you, and they're paying them a lot of money, which is why it's very competitive to get in those niches. Exactly what I'm trying to say. That's kind of like my point proven right there. And then on top of that, you could start selling those same templates to people that just want to get into copywriting and just want 52 weeks of emails as an example, or they want to learn copywriting, so they go and buy an actual template and learn from the templates. Now, let me jump into my iPad. I'm going to scooch over a second because I actually want to really break this down for you guys. How on earth would I get to 10 grand a month? So me personally, I would package up my knowledge, information that I have, my experience, and I would package it up into a digital product, whether that's a guide, whether that's a template, or whether that's a mini course. I would stick to one of those 3. I'll repeat them. I would stick to mini courses if I'm just getting started, a guide of some sort, or a like done for you template type thing. I'll give you an example. Let's say you are really good at landing meetings in SMMA. Let's say you, back in the SMA, I think we can all know what SMA is. Let's say you're really good at SMA and you're really good at landing like meetings. Well, there's people out there that don't even know how to land their very first meeting. You could actually put together a template of 10 different scripts that helps people, outreach scripts that helps people land meetings for their marketing agency. You could sell that for $97 to the average person. You sell 4 of those a day, you're making $400 a day. You do that consistently, you're literally, that's a 10K per month business right there. And here's the craziest thing, it's completely passive as well. You build the things one time, you sell it on autopilot. Now let me show you how you go about getting to 10K a month selling digital products, because there's only 3 things you need to do. There's 3 things. By the way, forgive my handwriting. I am dyslexic, but I'm gonna do this super quick, so it's gonna look like dyslexic squared, like super dyslexic this handwriting is gonna be. So I don't wanna get roasted in the comment section. So real quick, there's only 3 things you need to focus on. The first thing you need to focus on when it comes to building a 10K per month digital product business is obviously, and this is besides having a good digital product. If you don't have a good digital product, I'll throw some sort of free, maybe, you know what I'll do? Here's a good idea. I'm gonna throw below this just a link where you can go and grab some ChatGPT templates, right? I'm gonna be completely free. Don't worry about it. I'll give you them for free, completely free. And what you're gonna do is that's gonna help you discover what sort of digital product you can create. It's gonna help you identify your own skills, like a self-discovery type of section. Then it's gonna show you that even if you believe you're just like a normal 9-to-5 person, even you have a digital product within you that you can sell successfully right now online. I'll prove it to you. Go and download those free ChatGPT things and go have fun, and it will literally enlighten you to the point that you'll be like, oh shit, Montel was actually right. I can actually create a digital product around this. It happens every time I've given these ChatGPT prompts to people. So go grab them, they're free. That's my gift to you for being a loyal subscriber. So I appreciate you guys watching. So there's 3 things that you actually are gonna wanna do when it comes to selling digital products. And that is, you need to get attention. The second thing you need to do is you need to capture attention. The third thing you need to do is you need to nurture that attention, but then monetize. I'll spell it the American way for you guys. This right here, I call this the incubator funnel. This is like the premise. These are the 3 steps within the incubator funnel. The incubator funnel is just my kind of like new funnel that I'm working on that's really helped me. I made like 18.3K or something like that in the first month, starting with a brand new email list. Didn't post on social media. I just ran ads because that's the quickest way to get attention, that is. and yeah, didn't run ads. I mean, I did run ads, didn't post content on my YouTube channel, even though it's my biggest audience, didn't rely on that. You guys can watch a case study. I did that on my last video. I also hit like 10.3K or something like that. I think it was like 10, oh, it was over 10K in the first 46 hours of going live with this actual funnel. And it's the exact same thing. The first thing you need to do is get attention. So let's break each one of these down. So it's actually not that difficult to understand. You need to get attention, you need to capture that attention, you need to monetize that attention. Now let's talk about actually getting attention, because people think that getting attention, right, is all about posting YouTube videos like this, although I do actually recommend posting YouTube videos eventually and building that brand up over time, just because it's gonna build that brand equity with people over time, which in turn is gonna bring your advertising costs lower. But you don't need a YouTube channel. You don't need to become a guru. You don't even need to put your face on camera and speak to a camera like I'm doing. I'll kind of prove this to you in a second. So the first thing is you need to get attention. Now, let's break getting attention down into two forms, because there is two forms of getting attention, in my personal opinion, right? Well, this is kind of factual, actually, to be fair. There's ads, right? And then there's organic. For me, I love organic to an extent. Organic is really cool if, you know, once it's built. The problem with organic is, and these are some of the cons with organic. Yes, it's free. The only thing I can think of when it comes, the only kind of like pro to organic is that it's free. And because it's free, people naturally have watched more of your content, so the leads are a little bit warmer. And this is a big thing that you need. You need a warm audience, right? I'll explain this in a second. The problems though is that with organic traffic, there are so many cons that comes with organic traffic that you don't even realize. Number one is that it takes ages. It takes way too much time in some cases. Not only that, but I've also noticed that for some niches, organic traffic doesn't work. There are times where I've seen people jump in a niche and I'm like, yeah, just go post some YouTube videos, go do this, go do this. But the problem is that not every niche has that viral aspect to it. You know, like when, for example, making money online is such a big industry that like you can create videos like this. I might get 1,000 views on this. I might get 2,000 views on this. Like my last video sat at like 14,000 views. I think it's like 12,000 views or whatever it is. One of my videos has got like 400 and something thousand views on it. So there's that essence of virality to it. But if you're in a weird niche, certain niches just don't have that viral feeling to it. So there's actually no guarantee. There's no guarantee that your content is ever going to get big enough to the point where you're getting enough traffic, to the point where you're getting enough leads to even build a 10K per month business. There's no guarantee to organic traffic. In fact, there's just been people, and I heard this recently on like a podcast, I believe it was, and somebody said the same thing. The organic traffic is technically never going to be guaranteed. It's very unpredictable as well. And when I say not guaranteed, by the way, I mean like, let's say you post for 3 years. There's no real telling whether your content is working. I mean, there's little ways you can track it, but there's no real way to see in 3 years. It's like, you'd have to post for 3 years is what I'm trying to say in order to see your results after 3 years. I know it sounds kind of weird saying it that way, but it's like, there's no guarantee that you'll ever make it with organic. Whereas with ads, from the very first 16 hours, I'll throw a screenshot somewhere up on the screen of one of my students who just basically set up his incubator funnel, started running ads, and within the first 16 hours of going live, he's already generating leads. With organic content, that probably would have taken you a couple of weeks, to be honest with you. Your first couple of videos are gonna get like 2 views on them. You know what I mean? 2 views is not nearly enough to start generating leads. With ads, you can literally just pay. And the only downside with ads I've seen is that you have to pay. It's the only downside. And I'd also kind of want to say this to you. Just because something's free doesn't necessarily mean it's good. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, if you have no money, you're going to have to go organic. But these are the two main forms of getting content. If you want my advice and you want sales quickest and the most predictable, you want it to be most scalable, I have this rule that basically states that you absolutely must have about 3 to 6 months worth of savings in your account before you decide to quit your job, right? This is like my rules for quitting your job. You also must have a paid way to acquire clients, or should I say customers in this particular case, so that it's actually predictable. So it has to be predictable and scalable, and you have to have 6 months in your bank account of expenses before you can even decide to quit your job. I believe there was a third criteria, but those are the biggest two, right? And the reason why I say that is because organic traffic, you can be hot 1 minute and then not hot the next. You know what I mean? Like organic traffic can go up and down, up and down, up and down. And if your funnel is based on organic traffic, your income's gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down. So is your life gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down. Your mood, because it's attached to how well you're doing in life, is gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down. And trust me, there's been months where I've been super up and then super down because of organic traffic. Ads is the great equalizer, if you will. And the only downside I really see to ads is that you have to pay for it. But I'm starting to think that maybe that's not a bad thing. If you have the money, obviously, it's, fair for me to say and other people to say they have the money and all that good stuff. But I do really want you to get out of this mindset that like paying for ads is bad or like organic is the way to go. If you can combine both of these, funnily enough, that's where you really start booming. But this is how you're going to get attention. Again, organic would be posting content on social media for free. And here's a problem with that. Most of you don't want to post content on social media, because you're scared of your family, what they would say. You've maybe got a boss that doesn't allow you to post content because of a conflict of interest. Maybe you just don't want your friends taking the piss out of you, basically, or seeing you start from the bottom. Maybe you believe I heard the guy say that he's not good looking enough to post content online. I'm like, since when was there a meter that measured how good looking you are and you got a pass to get, you know what I mean? I understand the whole looks maxing thing. I've heard that term go around from the younger generation these days about how you got to be good looking and you got the halo effect, I believe it's called, with good looking people. Yeah, I believe that is the case. You can't really argue against it. There's been, studies that have kind of confirmed this. But I think it's BS. There's another one of those. Well, I don't think it's BS. I think it's BS that you're using that as an excuse, is what I'm trying to say. There are people that are not the greatest looking. I mean, look at, no offense to Elon Musk, but look at Elon Musk. He's like the wealthiest man on the planet at this moment in time, I believe. Like by far or something like that. And he's absolutely killing it when it comes to money. I'm not gonna get political or anything like that, so don't put your political comments in the comment section. That's not what we're here for. But that's organic traffic. Organic is posting content on Instagram, YouTube. I would stick to those two platforms. I wouldn't do TikTok, if I'm being honest with you. I would stick to YouTube as my main hub, but that's like the long-term back-end strategy. So that's like something that you do on the back end and you kind of leave to grow for 3-4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. You just don't stop posting on YouTube, to be honest with you, if you want my advice. Then the main thing that I'd be focusing on would be posting content on Instagram. The problem with posting content on Instagram daily is that there's no real way, and people say that they've got a system for this, but honestly, it's just hoping and praying. This is another thing I've noticed. Like, saying that you can go viral on Instagram is like saying, I know how to win, I know how to count numbers in the casino, or I know how to hack the lottery ticket system so I can win the lottery. It's like, do you really do? Or is it just kind of like you posted something at the right time that was kind of trending, and then the next week you've got to figure out what the trending thing is and you've got to keep doing this thing like you're in a hamster wheel. With ads, you just skip all of that. The problem with ads though is that you pay. The best thing about ads though is that it's completely scalable, controllable. If you want to double your business the next month, for example, with ads, let's say you've got your ads funnel working, your incubator funnel's working with ads, you are making 10 grand this month, you want to make 40 grand the next month. How would you do that with organic content? If you had a gun to your head and you was making 10 grand one month with organic traffic, and you wanted to quadruple your business the very next month, how would you do it? Your answer probably would be, I'd have to go post 4 times the content. Here's a problem with that. That takes time, it's not guaranteed. And sometimes posting more content on your social media accounts, imagine if I posted 2 videos on YouTube per day, every single day. That would probably tank my YouTube channel, should I say. It's just too much, too quick. You know what I'm trying to say? So I honestly really love ads. Genuinely love ads. If you could put ads and organic together, absolutely incredible. So that's how you're going to get attention. What do we do once we started getting attention? Why do we need to get attention? The reason why we need to get attention is because we need traffic. Why do we need traffic? Well, we need to turn this traffic into leads. Montel, what on earth is a lead? A lead is somebody you can contact in the future. So basically you need their contact details. You need their digits, as we say over here in the UK. So leads typically is in the form of the person's name and the person's email. Let me just go grab my pen. Person's name and a person's email. This is what you need on your list. So you need to start creating a list of leads. Why do we need to create a list of leads, Montel? Here's why. If you come across somebody on social media, they hit you with let's say you're on Instagram, you scroll through Instagram and you get hit with a piece of organic content or an ad and it just says, come and buy my 997 product here. Come and buy my $1,000 course right here. You're gonna be thinking, who the fuck is this guy? How does he have this audacity? Do you not know we're living in 2025? I'll roast your ass right now for even asking some dumb shit like that to me, pulling out my credit card for nobody. So that's the sort of mindset people are in. They're at the lowest trust that they've ever been. They don't trust nobody online. They just think everything's a scam. They don't like anybody. They don't know anybody. They don't trust anybody. They're not pulling their credit card out for nobody. So what do you have to do? You have to build up goodwill. I call this your reciprocity bank account. There is a bank account called your reciprocity bank account that I've just talked to you about at the start of this video. I hope you catched it. If you didn't, remember when I said at the start of this video that I want you to go and try all of my funnels and all of my systems and all this good stuff that I'm talking about, or even just soak in my knowledge and just ruminate on it, but particularly I want you to try it. And then once you start getting results with that, I want you to remember that it was me that put you onto that and that you actually got results with it. And then eventually you're gonna be like, you know what, Montel consistently is giving me results. Montel's system actually works. I wonder what it's like if I work with him. That, my friend, is called reciprocity. That's what you need to start building up. It's called goodwill. A lot of you guys aren't generating sales for your digital products because you're just trying to sell. People don't like to be sold to, but they love buying. I repeat that. People love to buy shit, but they don't like to be sold to. So the way how you start building up your lead list or your email list, right, is you start giving away free things. You start giving away free things. This could be a checklist. This could be a free mini course. This could be a free guide, a free template, a free ChatGPT prompt. Wink, wink. What did I just do in this video? See how I practice what I preach? It could be a free template. It could be a free script. Let's say you was in SMA and you was teaching SMA. Here's a free cold calling script. Go below. You can download it for free. Here's a free community. There you go. Why do you think your favorite gurus are giving away free school communities and all that sort of stuff? These are lead nurturing machines. This is how they build their email list. And you get people's email addresses in exchange for some sort of free value. Again, the way how I like to explain this, and I said this in like my previous 2 videos, and I will continue to say this, trying to create a digital product, right? And then trying to get sales straight away is the equivalent of you going up to a girl on the first time you've met her in a club and being like, hey, do you want to sleep with me? She would be so creeped out that you would probably get a SA charge against your name. So I wouldn't recommend that at all. You'd get a slap, you'd get an SA charge, you'd be locked up, you'd be doing some Diddy shit, right? No Diddy. So I don't recommend that at all. What I do recommend though is being smooth with it. You gotta be a smooth brother. You gotta be a gyalist, as Jamaicans say, right? The way how you would do this is you would approach the woman, you would offer her maybe a free drink. You get to talking. She starts feeding you a little bit. You take the digits, as we say over in the UK. You take her number. You contact her outside of the club. You don't do anything that night. You don't pursue her that night. In fact, you act cool as ice that night. You don't want anything from it. In fact, you kind of want to be standoffish. That will pull her towards you, by the way. Notice how when you chase a girl, normally it doesn't really work, but when you pull off a girl, they kind of chase you. You kind of want to be like that with your online business, if I'm being honest with you. You want to give things away for free. You kind of want to be like, hey, this is a bunch of value. Go try this, go try this, go try this, go try this, go try this. Because the more salesy you are, the more desperate you sound. The more desperate you sound, the more you push people away. So you then want to start giving away stuff for free in exchange for people's emails. And then you slowly start contacting them over time. I personally like to do this over an 8-day email flow. If you guys want to know what the 8-day email flow is, it's basically, I call these the incubator emails. I just dropped the module inside the Digital Product Blueprint. That's not a pitch, but if you guys are inside the program, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's an 8-day flow that you can actually build out. That I've already built out for you. It's plug and play templates. You get people onto your list. I'll show you how to do this through ads, obviously inside the program. And then once they're on your list, you hit them with an 8-day flow. So these emails get hit up by you using an automated software that are pre-written emails, 8 of them. And what ends up happening is you warm them up over time till eventually they said, you know what, this guy's giving me some value, I will buy. Some people, I would say most people in fact, don't buy from the 8 emails. The 8 emails typically convert about 2 to 5%. I've seen these convert at like 8% plus, by the way. But let's call it 2 to 5% because maybe you're not that great at writing emails. Maybe you don't have the templates that we have or whatever it is. What I've noticed though is that 2 to 5% of people will convert. So let's say out of 100 people, you get on your list, 2 to 5 of them will actually buy your product. So if you do the maths on that, it can actually be very, very profitable very quickly. If it costs you $2 per email, you get 100 emails on there and 5 people buy a product for $97, that's $500. I believe, what did I just say? Yeah, I believe you just traded $200 there for $500. You almost just free extra money. I think you two and a half extra money or something like that. So that's a very good return, greater than the stock market, greater than real estate, literally. And you did that within a 30-day period, or well, 8-day period, in this particular case, because we're running an 8-day email sequence. So that's what that email sequence is, and that's how you capture attention, nurture attention, and also monetize attention. So the second way, or should I say, we've already kind of done that. The second thing you need to do is capture attention. I've just kind of broken that down just then. Capturing attention is you giving away something for free. I'll show you how to do this on YouTube. YouTube would be like, you give away value like this in a YouTube video, and then you say in the description, there's gonna be something for free. Go download that, or go jump into my mini course, or go join my free mini course, or watch my free training below. Just pop your email in and I'll send it over to you. That's how you get people's email addresses on your list. I personally wouldn't just say, hey, join my list, because I mean, most of you probably would join my list, only because I've been posting content for literally like 6-7 years, or however long it's been on this YouTube channel. I believe it's like 7 years now. And yes, you guys probably know that if you jump on my list, you're probably going to get something of value. I always lead with value first, so you probably know I'm going to give value out there. So that you can see that value exchange, so you'll probably be happy to give away my email. Some people won't. I would say most people won't. 20% of you probably will. So that's a good opt-in rate, by the way, 20%. On Instagram, it would be the exact same thing. You post reels, carousels, those are really blowing up right now. And then you get people to comment a certain trigger word, such as course, and you send them over a DM using ManyChat, or you can manually do this yourself. I don't know why you'd want to do it manually, but you can get ManyChat to do this for you. Get ManyChat to DM them over. And again, this is all taught with Inside Digital Product Blueprint, not a pitch, just saying this is literal. I would practice what I preach is what I'm trying to say. They DM you a certain keyword, it DMs them, they comment a certain keyword or DM you a certain keyword, and the bot fires off an automated message saying, hey, here's the free thing that you are looking to check out. Put your email address in here, here's the link, boom, they get taken to your landing page. And once again, guess who went and built plug and play landing pages for everybody? That's right, me, because I told you I got you guys back. So the landing page is built if you want to ever enroll into that. If not, don't worry about it. Just use this video. Please listen to what I'm saying. That's how you capture attention, through a landing page, aka a squeeze page. A squeeze page is a simple one page that has a big headline on it, maybe a little mock-up of what you're giving away. I'll show you how to create mock-ups and how to do all of this inside the program. They click the button to opt in, they put their first name in, their email in, and then boom, just like that, you've generated a lead and you've captured somebody's attention. That lead now lives on your email list, and this is where your sales come from. I call this shadow selling. Call it shadow selling. So realistically, I see social media now, and this is something I didn't see in the past, so you'll start seeing my content really shift as well, just being very meta and transparent with you guys. I used to think social media was a place where you could just go and sell stuff and do all this stuff and link to your paid products and stuff like that. So what I've noticed is that's getting less and less and less effective as the market adapts over time. So what you want to do is you want to see social media as like a cool kid's party. Social media is where everybody comes to chill, hang out, relax, take in some memes here and there, listen to some, podcast or whatever it is, or joke about with the whatever's trending that day, whether it's the P. Diddy stuff or the Diddy shit, what's going on recently, what's kind of died out now, to be honest with you, but you get the point. So social media is not really a place for selling. It's not really a place for sales, right? Well, it is, but it's for shadow selling. Again, you give something for free instead of, and I want you to think of it like this. Imagine, right? You come across a dude, you just found him on social media, hit you with one of his ads, and straight away it's taking you to a landing page. Let's say you check out their landing page in their bio. You click on their bio, the link in the bio, and it goes straight to a page that has like a $1,000 product, like I said earlier. You'd be like, yeah, nah, I'm good, thanks. And then you just bounce. But if it was like a free thing that you really actually wanted, you could see value in it. Let's say you was in SMA and you was literally dying to learn how to set meetings through cold calls, and you had a cold call script that was given out for free. You'd probably check it out, put your email in. Why not? You probably ignore his messages for the first, everybody does this. Everybody goes and gets the free thing and ignores the messages. And then eventually after a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months down the line, next thing you know, you're like, oh shit, I've actually bought this guy's thing because he's actually giving me value over time. At first they ignore you, and then the next thing you know, they're asking for more content from you. I've seen this my entire life, being online. So that's how you capture attention. The third thing you want to do is then you need to create a sales page. And again, guess who's already got the template for this inside the program? It's in there. This is not a pitch fest, but you get the point. So sales page, you want a sales page that actually converts people at least, I would say, about 2 to about 5%. The average conversion rate on cold for a sales page is about 1 to 3%. So we can do a little bit better than that because we have a much better way of doing this. Your sales page can actually convert a little bit higher than this if you follow this system. But straight from cold, typically, well, I would say a little bit warmer. I've had sales pages just on this YouTube channel back in the day that converted about 2.38%, I believe it was. So every 100 people that came to my page, 2.3 of them, this was free clicks, by the way, so organic traffic is cool. It's just that it was not scalable. About 2.3 people were buying a product from me for $497, which was my old program called Agency Transmutation, which is not around anymore. Absolutely amazing. I made $500,000 just doing that. Over $500,000 just doing that. No funnel, no emails. Times have changed though. So I know how to create good sales pages. I've been creating sales pages for like the worst case scenario where you've got super cold traffic. So when you've got a little bit warmer traffic, it works even better. So I have basically figured out how to run in all different situations, all different terrains. So when it comes to running on a normal path, it's even easier. You know what I mean? You know, like how Kenyans, when they go running, they long distance running training, they do it up in the mountains, I believe it is, and the oxygen's super thin. And then when they come back down to like normal sea level and they race against like people from all over the planet, they just outclass them like most of the time because they're just so used to having zero oxygen. When they get oxygen, running's even easier. Kind of reminds me of, if you guys know this reference, kind of like Rock Lee from Naruto when he has the weights on his legs. He knows how he's been training his whole life with weights on his legs. He takes the weights off, it's even easier. So that's kind of how I see how I've been able to build sales pages. So sales pages, the last way you are going to monetize, or should I say the third thing you need to focus on, which is monetizing. And it's as simple as putting links and directing people from your email list to your sales page to get them to check out and buy your product at $97. Let's say it's $197, I'll just call it $199. Well, in this case, you would need 2 sales, excuse me. You need 2 sales. There you go. There's proof that you can make $1 million online without even freaking being good at maths. And this right here would be 4 sales a day, 2 sales a day. This right here, it's a 10K business. I'll just recap it for you. Number 1, you're going to get attention. Number 2 is you're going to capture that attention. Number 3, by the way, and nurture. We call this incubating. Incubate the relationship over time until it blossoms, and then eventually they buy from you. And the third thing is you monetize. Monetize. Spelled that wrong. There you go. But you get the point. So this all in all is a strategy from taking a stranger, because this is what it's all about. If you can do this, you are good. If you can take a stranger who's never heard about you into a fan within 8 to 30 days, or even 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, into a fan, it's so much easier to sell to fans than it is a stranger. So my whole premise on this YouTube channel is going to be telling you this: stop trying to sell shit to strangers. It doesn't work. They don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you. It doesn't matter how good your scripts are, how good your offer is, how good all this stuff is. They just don't know you, like you, or trust you. So don't sell to strangers, sell to fans. That being said though, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you do want to check out the ChatGPT prompts, go below. I'll link them, they're completely free. If you need any other help, drop me a like or comment or drop me a message on Instagram. See you guys later. Love you guys. Peace.